Hi, this is the front porch. And that's the magnolia bush from the back that I had pruned to just above the level of the railing in the spring after they flowered. And that's what it looks like now. But I did get rid of the disease that it had, those scales. I was able to cure it of that, so that was good. So don't look out there because I'm working. Anyway, this is the first rose bush. This is the old forever rose that we had in the other house. So it's really pretty old. It's lived in that pot for a long time. And it's still, it does well every year. And you can see that wine bottle in there. That's one of the, it's inside a terracotta cone that Bethy got me for my birthday, and you put them down in your pots, and then you take the wine bottle and you fill it with water and invert it, and it gives it a steady supply of water. This next rose is a new one. Uncle Don got it for me this spring. It's a really gorgeous, beautiful pink rose. It's only had one. Oh, this is the one I had you plant out back, Pete, and it did terrible out there. So I dug it up and I put it in a pot, and it still is not doing great. I just trimmed it back today. It had a lot of mildew, mold on it. I've treated it with the antifungal a couple of times. So I trimmed it back. It was very leggy. It was not producing roses. So I cut it back, and hopefully it will spark it to get into producing more roses. Okay. This is a bush I bought last year. And it is, I think it's called King's Ransom. It's got really pretty yellow flowers. They don't have much scent though, but it's been producing well. And it's a healthy looking bush. It's not huge, but it's healthy looking. And then you can see the box, and that has mums in it. They've been there for a few years now. Early in the spring, when they were really small, I actually put some small marigolds in there so it would give it a little color. And now most of them have stopped producing because they're just covered up with mums. And the next rose bush, you can't see it too well against the other one. It is really beautiful and healthy. It's the one Dor got me this year. It is called Peace. It's an heirloom rose, and it's just beautiful. I'll send you some pictures of these when I get flowers on them. It has a bunch of buds. And of course, we're dealing right now with these stupid Japanese beetles. God, I hate those things. They are disgusting. Anyway, so this bush is really nice. Then this bush, well, I don't even know if I can get it all in the camera shot. Shit, I'm gonna fall and break my rear end. There, that's how tall that is. That is the Mr. Lincoln that Dorothy got me last year. That's an heirloom rose too. And it is just gorgeous this year. I can't even imagine how it got so tall. The stems, it's just full. You can see all of that red. Even down at the very bottom, there are red shoots coming up. It's had a lot of roses, and they are just gorgeous. They smell beautiful and they look beautiful. Japanese beetles have gotten into a couple of those buds way up at the top. I have to tell you, I mean, I think that bush is about 8 feet tall. I mean, I have to get a hold of part of it and bend it so I can get near the top. It's crazy. And then, well, on the table are pansies that Pam next door gave me. A few that she had left over after she did some pots. and I put them in the basket, that wrought iron basket that Dorothy got me a couple years ago. And they have just done really nicely. They're huge. They're really big. Pansies aren't supposed to do well in the heat, and it's been very warm, but they've done well. And then over here, way at the end is, look at that. That beautiful rose, it had even more Japanese beetles in it this morning. I just sprayed the living daylights out of it. It was gross. Anyway, this bush is really nice. It is Chrysler Imperial. They're dark red roses, and it's been very prolific also. And it has had long, tall shoots. I mean, you talk about getting roses from the florist, long stem red roses. These things are crazy. I just have never seen anybody grow roses that are this tall. I don't quite understand it. Anyway, I'll take some pictures from out front. But that is the hydrangea tree, which is really, well, part of it is nice. If the damn deer would stop eating the whole front, you can see where they've eaten the whole front all around it. The bottom part. The top is really pretty. If the whole thing was in bloom, if they hadn't eaten it, would be just amazing. But anyway, so anyway, and then I have some milkweed that everybody says I have to leave because of the monarch butterflies. So I pulled out some that was over in the middle of the garden, but I left those. The hydrangea is huge. It doesn't have many flowers on it, though. I think it has, the fertilizer that I used had made it grow so much that it grew so many leaves that it didn't have enough power to put out too many blossoms. So I'll have to research that this winter and maybe put some different kind of fertilizer on it. Okay, now that's the end of the video for now. So let me make it stop and go see Beth. I don't think it's